That's why there's a. Speaking of the gas prices, that's. I feel like we're about to be able to regulate that pretty soon, because the economy is like pretty much universally. They didn't say officially yet, talking about the United States, like the government, like they didn't officially say it, but every single like part of the economy is pretty much lining up for a recession, because like it's the only thing that's gonna correct. It's gonna There's a thing called consolidation in like the market, and when things go up too high, which is always the case, and when you look at the global like market like charts of the last couple hundred years, let's say, it's always like every time there's a recession, it like corrects it again, and then it goes up and soars, and then it fucking crashes down, and then it goes up and soars, and it crashes down, and it just continues to do that. 2008, like 2000s,
it's like society is constantly in this like circle of like patterns.
Yeah.
Of like these waves of like what's happening. Like you could say the same thing with COVID, right? Like I think the last pandemic was like 1920, and COVID was 2020, like exactly 100 years apart.
I feel like there was something that was supposed to happen in the year 2000 that did happen. There was a recession, and everyone was like, oh my God, like everybody thought the computer systems was all going to crash. Everybody thought everything was going to get fucked.
No.
And then like it was almost like an end of the world, or like in 2006 or whatever. Yeah. Right? Like
remember when people were scared of like 2012?
Oh yeah, it's 2012, not 2006. Like in 2012, yeah, exactly.
Because a lot of people thought the Mayan calendar ended at 2012, and people thought that would be the end of the world.
Well, that was like the whole like that was like the story, and I feel like the real meaning of that Mayan calendar is actually like the shift of the stars. Like we're in a new cycle. Like it's like a clock of how we point at a certain like direction in like the universe, and right now we've like spun into a new cycle. So it's almost like a calendar, and after like 2012 years approximately, it's a new shift. Right. So like in terms of like astrology, like we're in a new star age.
I think right now we're in the age of Aquarius. Right
yeah,
now.
Exactly. That's like
it's supposed to be like the golden age of our time.
I really believe it's the death of religion.
Oh fuck!
And
is that a good thing or bad thing?
The birth of like sentience beings.
What do you mean by that?
Like, I don't know.
I think it's supposed to Aquarius is supposed to represent like the golden age where we get like prosperous technology and.
I mean, like if you look at tech now, like that is the prosperous technology.
do you believe in astrology?
I do to a certain extent. It never played too much of a factor for me, but I definitely see like something like that, the Aquarius age, for me that means a lot in my mind.
Because I was reading about this scientist named Seymour Percy. Like he was like I think he was like astrologer or some shit. Like he studied the stars, but like he believed like those horoscopes. He thought those horoscopes was horseshit, but he did believe in astrology in the sense that things in the sky affecting what's happening here. He thought that there were like each planet emitted their own magnetic frequency, and as everybody is being born at a different time, is being exposed to different type of frequencies. I mean, it does make sense that there would be things in the sky that affect like human biology, for example, because we know that for a fact with the sun and the moon. Like all that thing, like the sun affects how we live. Like we can't live without the vitamin D.
We're like at right now, we don't feel it, but my God, like just try to picture, zoom out. Like, we're just like, not only are we a spinning ball, but we're spinning around a sun in perfect calculation. with everything else, and then that is a little group that's flying together around the sun, and then the sun is flying around another orbit of another kind of. So we're being affected by so much, like there's like energy, like is not what's missing. So I feel like that's like a big part of that. You know what I mean? Like the magnetic waves and everything. Like,
Right, because people, fucking, like, especially girls, love reading about horoscopes, right? Like, and a lot of people think that's horseshit, but like, it does make sense that the time that you're born would affect how you develop as a human being because of the different environmental factors, like, I don't know, like the magnetic frequencies that you get exposed from different planets, you know? That sounds like hippie horseshit, but whatever.
I mean, like,